Question over there. Ma'am, yes, you.
Hi, question for Tim. It's a beautiful movie and it's very funny. So 2 quick questions. Can you do any ad-libbing in dialogue? And also, why can't he fall in love and choose the corpse bride?
Well, I mean, I don't know. All good love stories have a bit of sadness to it. I think, and that was one of the things we were trying to do, is kind of show the complexities of relationship and love, and that there's both passion and longing and sort of a bittersweet quality to it that is just part of life. And I think one interesting thing on this that we did do is, we had the story and all, but we did kind of add jokes. I mean, it's not like live action, but, some of the jokes required actually some of the most simple animation. So we were kind of adding things almost all the way through to the very end.
Yeah, and a lot of the gags and jokes are visual, so those were developed in the storyboard process, too. That was a big part of it.
But picking up on this lady's question, it is true. Normally, I mean, if you go by film cliches, when Barbara Stanwyck is torn between Dana Andrews and Gary Cooper, she's going to end with Gary Cooper. In this particular instance, when Johnny is torn between Helena and Emily, you don't know. And someone after the screening yesterday said, why couldn't he have both? This is the best case for polygamy.
Or why couldn't Gary Cooper go with Dana Andrews?
That's your next movie.
Story.
So when was the decision made to really have the living with the living and not come up with a twist?
Well, it just sort of felt right. I mean, I think that was actually one thing in the script. It took a long time to develop. It was always trying to get that balance right between the things. And it just, I don't know, for me it just felt more beautiful, and it just felt more, I don't know, weirdly, strangely hopeful, and not, it just felt right. And again, we sort of tried different things where one character shifted one way towards the other, but this ultimately seemed like the right balance to us.
Yeah.
Sir.
Mark Wigmore, CFRB Radio. A question for Tim and Johnny. The question being, big year for you guys. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory just came out in the summer, and now we have this. Good or bad as far as coming out all in 1 year?
Listen, I won't do anything, so you won't have to listen to me for several years. I'll try not to do anything. It feels kind of a little too much. But, you make things when you get the opportunity to. So I think that, we felt lucky. You feel lucky anytime you get to make a movie. So this time it just happened to kind of coincide.
Yeah. Let's see, good or bad. Well, I've experienced bad. So I'll stay with good. I'll go good. I'll go good with this one. Yeah, thank you.
Sir.
Yeah, I have a question for Allison and also either of the directors about some of the stop motion and puppets. There's a resurgence with Nick Park's things, and there was the World Police, the Trace South Park folks, and if you just talk a little bit about the animation techniques that were done and also the future. I mean, is this because this sort of animation is so labor intensive and time intensive? Is it going to die out, or is it going to follow on?
Well, actually, if you don't mind, could you take us through the process of stop motion animation?